You know what's interesting? Most people don't even realize they're sabotaging their financial future. They don't see it. They don't feel it. Because the spending habits that are destroying their chances of building wealth don't look dangerous at all. In fact, they look completely normal. Think about it. What do we consider normal spending today? Buying coffee every morning on the way to work. Ordering food when you're too tired to cook. Paying for Netflix, Spotify, Disney Plus, and 10 other subscriptions you barely use. Financing a brand new car the moment your old one starts making a funny sound. Swiping your credit card and promising yourself you'll pay it off later. That's all normal, right? Everyone does it. But here's the truth. Normal is broke. Normal is stressed. Normal is paycheck to paycheck. And normal is one small emergency away from complete financial collapse. And if you keep following the same normal path as everyone else, the future won't be any different for you. The habits that feel harmless today are the very ones that are going to backfire tomorrow. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start with something as innocent as coffee. $5. That's it. $5 on your way to work. Not a big deal, right? You've earned it. You deserve it. Everybody else is doing it. But here's the part we don't think about. That $5 turns into $150 by the end of the month. That's $1,800 in a year. And if you keep that up for 10 years, you've just spent $18,000 on coffee. Now, I'm not saying coffee is evil. But if you took that same $150 every month and invested it instead, even at an average return, you could have well over $30,000 in that same decade. That's the difference between being trapped in normal spending and building financial freedom. But nobody sees it that way. Because in the moment, $5 feels harmless, normal. And this is how all of these spending habits work. They sneak up on you. They don't announce themselves. They don't say, "Hey, I'm going to ruin your financial future." They just quietly drain you, little by little, until years pass and you realize you've got nothing to show for all the money you've earned. Let's talk about subscriptions. You probably don't even know how many you're paying for right now. Most people don't. Streaming platforms, music apps, cloud storage, digital magazines, gym memberships, food delivery subscriptions, the list goes on. And here's the crazy part. We convince ourselves these are tiny amounts. $10 here, $15 there. But the average household is paying for 7 to 10 different subscriptions. That's easily over $100 a month, which is $1,200 a year. And if you're like most people, you don't even use half of them regularly. It's like walking around with a small leak in your pocket. You don't notice it day to day, but over time you've lost thousands of dollars without realizing it. And you wonder why it feels impossible to save money. But one of the biggest traps people fall into today is the buy now, pay later culture. This one has exploded in the last few years. Companies like Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, they've made it so easy to split payments. You see something for $400, but instead of thinking, "That's expensive," your brain says, "It's only $100 today. I can handle that." And before you know it, you're juggling 5 or 6 different little payments every month. None of them feel big on their own. But together, they're suffocating you. And the worst part? You end up buying things you don't even need because it feels painless in the moment. This is what I mean when I say these normal habits backfire. They trick you into believing you're in control, when really, you're slowly sinking into a financial hole. Now let's talk about cars. People treat car payments like they're just part of life, as if it's impossible to live without one. But think about this. The average car payment in the US today is over $700 a month. That's more than most people's rent used to be just a couple decades ago. Over 5 years, that's $42,000. And that's not even counting insurance, fuel, maintenance, and all the extras that come with owning a car. The moment people get a raise, what's the first thing they do? They upgrade their car. Not because they need to, but because it's normal. Everyone around them is driving something shiny and new, so they feel like they have to keep up. But here's the problem. Cars don't make you money. They lose value the second you drive them off the lot. And yet, people are locking themselves into years of debt for something that will be worth a fraction of the cost by the time they've paid it off. That's what normal looks like. And that's why normal keeps people broke. Now, I'm not here to say I've never fallen for these traps. I have. We all have. I've had months where I didn't even know where my money went because I was eating out too much, ordering food delivery too often, telling myself I was too busy to cook. But when you actually sit down and do the math, it's shocking. Ordering takeout just 3 times a week, let's say $25 per meal, that's $75 a week, which turns into $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. And over a decade, you've spent $36,000 just because you didn't want to cook dinner. This is how small, normal habits snowball into something massive. You don't feel it right away, but it adds up. And when you finally realize, it's too late. Here's the big picture. Every one of these normal habits, coffee, subscriptions, buy now, pay later, car loans, food delivery, even paying just the minimum on credit cards, they all seem harmless on their own. But stacked together, they're destroying your ability to build wealth. They keep you trapped in the cycle of working just to spend, just to survive, just to keep up with everyone else. And maybe you're thinking, well, life's short. I deserve to enjoy it. And you're right. You should enjoy your life. But there's a big difference between enjoying life and slowly sabotaging your future. True enjoyment comes from freedom. Freedom to work if you want to, freedom to travel, freedom to take care of your family, freedom to never worry about the next bill. That kind of freedom doesn't come from being normal. It comes from being intentional. So what do? How do you escape the trap of normal spending? First, you become aware. Track your expenses for just 30 days. Every coffee, every subscription, every delivery, every swipe of the card. You'll be shocked at how much money slips through your fingers without you noticing. Second, audit and cut. Look at where your money's going and ask, do I really need this? Do I even use this? Cancel what you don't need. Downgrade where you can. Stop paying for the illusion of convenience. And third, redirect that money. Don't just cut. It's what you do with the money that matters. Put it into an emergency fund. Pay off debt faster. Invest it. Build something that grows instead of something that disappears. Because here's the truth. These normal habits don't just cost you money. They cost you time. Every dollar wasted is time you have to spend working to earn it back. And time is the one thing you'll never get more of. So the next time you're about to make a normal purchase, stop and ask yourself, is this going to bring me closer to financial freedom or further away? Because remember this, normal is broke. Normal is stressed. Normal is one emergency away from disaster. Don't be normal. Be intentional. And if you take that seriously, if you really decide to break free from these habits, you'll look back years from now and realize that was the turning point. The moment you stopped being normal and started building freedom. If you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about, because chances are they're trapped in these same habits too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more videos that challenge the way you think about money and life. Until next time, be different, be intentional, and most importantly, take control of your money before it takes control of you.